Hi, my name is Karen Miller, and I am honored to be a Women's Health Ambassador for the St. Francis Gala. In 2024, I went in for my routine mammogram. I had done this for 5 years in a row, no big deal. I had no knowledge of any cancer in my family, so I went into my mammograms with very little fear. We're blessed in this community to have Teresa. You walk in to a situation that is the most uncomfortable thing to do in every woman's annual checkup. And she makes you feel at ease the entire time. I don't know if she remembers me every year, but I absolutely feel like she does. She treats me like I'm one of her own family members. We have a conversation, we get through it. She says, "Thanks for coming in." I said, "See you next year." And I went on with the rest of my day. I received a phone call that they said that there were some things in the images that they wanted to get some better pictures of. So I thought, Teresa's always told me I have very dense tissue, so okay, I'm not worried. I'm going to go in, I'm going to have this done, and it'll be fine. About a week later, I went in and had an ultrasound done. The tech was great. Every step of the way, she told me what she was doing, what images she was taking, and why, and it was a simple process. But she didn't let me leave. She wanted the images to be looked at before I left, which I absolutely appreciated. She came back in and said, "No, we still don't like what we see. We'd like to have a biopsy done." And I said, "Listen, I'm going to Hawaii. We're not gonna interrupt that. Let's, unless you can do it today, I want to go on my trip. I want to enjoy my vacation." She leaves the room. She comes back. She says, "Okay, well, we'll wait till you get back from your vacation. However, we want you here 8 a.m. Monday morning after you get back." I said, "Okay, we can do that." Went on our trip. My husband and I talked about it, tried to put it at the back of our minds, not think much more about it. We did a pretty good job. We enjoyed our trip. It was fabulous. Hawaii is the dream. But we came back, we had the biopsy done, and 2 days later, we hear the words, "invasive ductal carcinoma." Carcinoma means, and your mind starts going in a million different directions. You realize your life has just been turned upside down. So for the next week, it was doctors and doctors and doctors, and telling my children, telling my mother, watching the heartbreak in their faces. By February 14th, we had a plan for 4 months of chemotherapy, a lumpectomy surgery in July, and once fully healed from that, 3 weeks of radiation. So the next 10 months of my life was nothing but cancer. It's a journey. It's a life-changing journey that I don't want anyone to have to go through. However, I give God all the glory for getting through it as well as we did, successfully as we did, but there is a special place in heaven for Teresa. She took the time to make sure my images were perfect so that everything could be seen. Doctors even in Kansas City told me how lucky I was because of the location of my tumor, how lucky I was that it was found, and as early as it was found. I now, early 2025, almost exactly a year later, am cancer-free and ready to rebuild my life and my health. But I want to spend my time, I want to focus on making sure that every woman gets their mammogram, that every woman makes sure that they take care of themselves. I received a phone call asking me to be a Women's Health Ambassador for the gala this year. One of the things they're raising money for, I understand, is a 3D mammogram machine. What an amazing opportunity for everyone in this area, for all the women in this area. And to be a part of that, if just one woman finds her cancer at an earlier stage because I'm here, this is worth it. This is absolutely worth my time and my effort and my energy. And I hope that whenever you finish watching this video, you share it and you ask your friends, have you had your mammogram? Have you scheduled this? That's why I'm here. That's why I want to be a part of this gala this year. So my way of saying I love you is by texting you and asking you if you've had your mammogram done.